Students, today we are going to make out the main techniques for IELTS Writing Task 1 Academic. So I will teach you the major issues of that. And so let's go to our IELTS Academic Writing Task 1, and you will get a high band score, band 9. If you will get the proper direction, strategy, and techniques, major issues, and you will do it intentionally, for sure, you will get a high band score, guys. So, actually, I would like to tell you that, guys, the IELTS Writing Task 1 assesses a variety of different skills. This includes interpreting data shown in the graphs. You have seen that. Comparing and contrasting, and using appropriate language structure. An understanding of the visual information can be measured through the language used in describing features and other significant details in the graph. So, for a high band score, for namely band 9, IELTS candidate must be able to figure out the general trend or trends, for sure it will be trends, through the visual information presented. Apart from this, there must also be a description of the significant features found on the data plotted in the given figures. As you have seen, the line graph. The graph below shows global energy demand by fuel from 1970 to 2030. Actually, I have written the line graph, just indicated that it's not just graph. You need to indicate the proper heading, the line graph, because it could be the bar graph. So, these significant data are the minute and relevant details seen in the data source, and they actually comprise the body. Actually, you have all the things visually. You have the statement that you would need to describe. Then you have the picture that you will need to also wise to describe this. It's actually very interesting to make the report, but if you don't know the strategy, for sure even you cannot even imagine how you will do that. So also, given the details, you will put in paragraphs second and third, and without them actually you will be penalized in the area of task achievement. So first and foremost, you need to paraphrase each of the topic questions for each set of data used on the graph, on the statement and on the graph as well. So a high mark is given in the IELTS writing task when there is a wide range of grammar and vocabulary. This is the rationale behind why IELTS examiners should be equipped with verbs and nouns that can be utilized to describe features in the visual data to avoid repetition. This is a major issue. You need to avoid repetition, guys. You don't need to repeat any words. It will decrease your score. Vocabulary is repeated and simple grammatical structures are some of the reasons behind getting a less desired band score. So henceforth, there shall be direct comparisons among the elements present. The highest and the lowest ones shall be determined alongside other significant observations. I've already taught you from my previous lessons. You just review once again and come back to my today's lesson. All these shall be expressed effectively through appropriate adjectives. Remember, verbs, adverbs, and even nouns. Lastly, the sentences should appear concise and straight to the point. You will need to put 4 paragraphs, not 3. If we are talking about a line graph right now, actually we will explore all the graphs, tables, maps, all the reports, and I will give you the details how many let's say paragraphs you will need to write, you will be required to write. So stating the main features and changes that happened in a definite time or a period in the last time, so in the past, introducing the subjects of the graphs and talking actually about change in the future are some of the components that should be focused on when describing visual information. So here it is our introduction. The line graph highlights information about the worldwide energy requirement by fuel. Open the bracket, oil, gas, hydro, coal, nuclear, and other renewables over a period of 6 decades. Again, open the brackets, 1970, 1980, 1990, 2000, 2010, 2020, and 2030 relatively. The units or figures, it depends on you, you will just select one of them, are measured in millions of tons oil equivalents. So here it is. We wrote the line graph. As I told you before, our introduction is our phase. Our introduction is our band score. If you would require a high band score, you would need to write perfect, splendid introduction. You would need to paraphrase all the words, almost, except for years, except for specific words. So, as you have seen before, here it's the graph, but we wrote the line graph. You should intentionally omit below shows, and you will write highlights information about or provides information about. Energy demand by fuel, we wrote the worldwide energy requirement by fuel. So global, worldwide energy demand, we wrote energy requirement by fuel, we just put like this. And then we, guys, I would like to also focus your attention and pay your particular attention to the brackets. Brackets are very essential in our introduction, in our overview, main body paragraph first, main body paragraph second, comparing and contrasting information, because it will show to your IELTS examiner that you are very precise person. You know all the strategic, you know how to write it properly, because this is the report with the numbers, figures. Then we wrote again regarding the time phrases, guys. Here it is, from 1970 to 2030, and all the guys wrote like this. That's why it decreased their score. And actually, I've heard from many IELTS test takers that, IELTS examiners are so actually incorrected, and maybe by mistake just decrease my score, and maybe intentionally even, but it's not like that. You just copied all the introduction statements. Why she or he needs to increase your score if you even didn't analyze how to write it? And we wrote it over a period of 6 decades. Maybe it could be 5th decades. Who knows? And you can even put there, I forgot actually, over a period of 6 various decades. Again, one more word. So Actually, this word relatively is very, very imperative. Very imperative. Very perfect word to write. Then we wrote the units or figures. You need to select one of them. Are measured in millions of tons. Let's go to our previous slide, and here it is. Here it is, our years. It's our brackets. It's our heading. And it's figures. So guys, I would like to tell you about something about time phrase with prepositions. So from 82 to 2020, it's very easiest. Don't write it. I just recommend you strongly. Throughout the period from, that's perfect. Between could be. During the period from, again, good. In 2020, actually you can write in the indicated period. In the indicated year. Or you could write even over the later half of the year. Over the next following subsequent 2, 3, 4 years. So except for next, you can write subsequent, following, something like that. So actually, I've talked about all this, and I would like to tell you and inform you some details, guys. Actually, graphs sometimes show future change. So therefore, expressions for prediction must be like that. It's projected that, it's forecasted that, it's predicted that, it's estimated that, it is foreseen that. So you can write on your overview paragraph. It's second paragraph. So overall, you need to start your overview second paragraph. Overall, it's obvious from the line graph that 1970 was the year with the lowest energy demand, whereas 2030 indicated the greatest. It is clearly illustrated that oil has been the most in demand form of energy for 6, again you can write miscellaneous, various, variegated decades, and hydro energy has had the lowest, which only amounted to below 5 million metric tons. Believe me, students, this is perfect overview second paragraph, and your introduction is greatest. So it's benign, definitely, if you follow this strategy, if you will get the information from this sample. But I will give you more than that. So actually, let's go to our next slide. So here it is, percentage expressions. So instead of to write or repeat 74, actually we cannot write 74%. We are not able to write like this. We can write above 70%. We can write always 3/4 off. So for lexical resource range, percent or percentage can be expressed in fraction to avoid the repetition, guys. So actually figures in most cases in any graphs are expressed in percentage, as we have known. So 49 we cannot write, just under half. 28%, again, guys, you cannot write 28, 27, 23, no way. I will show you the other direction, the other way, the other method how to write regarding percentage. But here is just a simple way how you will do that. 28 just over a quarter of. Let's say 33 dot more than just a third of. 21% about a fifth. 74% almost 3/4. So guys, as I've told you, once again, I would like to mention that you cannot write 71, 72, or not 70, 19, 15, or something like that. You are not able to write like this. You will decrease your score. Instead of this, you will need to write as I've shown you, or I will give you some other relevant expressions you would need to use to get a higher band score. And in that case, our aim is to get a high band score. This is 9. So you should be very, very precise, as I told you every time. So actually, guys, IELTS is not just general English. It's not childish English. In other words, it's not cat sat on the mat. It's plain English, and plain English is very imperative. So guys, I would like to tell you that that's all for this lesson, and please stay tuned, stay cool, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm waiting for your requests, your questions. Please contact me, feel free, and don't hesitate to evaluate your writing reports or writing essays. I will definitely answer to all of you during 24 hours. Just be patient.